American kids depend on our public schools. Over 90% go to public school.
Yeah, and the test scores are in the dumpsters.
And now Donald Trump and his new education secretary, Linda McMahon, want to end the Department of Education.
Yeah, that would probably be good for the kids.
Putting someone in charge of an agency who wants to detonate it on day one is absurd.
Okay, Mr. Burns. When he talks, I just hear... No, what's absurd is making them stay home for 2 years so they can be safe from the air and wear a diaper on their face.
Can we make our schools better? For sure. But you don't use a chainsaw and knock out all the programs that people need. You know what's going to happen if they just get rid of the Department of Education?
Yes, Springfield will finally be safe so you can move forward with your plan to block out the sun. No, what would happen if you abolished the federal Department of Education is all that money that gets sent up there from the state departments of education to be squandered would now be kept in the individual states and invested back into those kids.
People's property taxes are going to go up.
What? No! What? You know what will happen? The moon will fall out of the sky. And then you and Smithers can take that vacation you've been looking forward to. Come on, Smithers.
Children with disabilities are not going to get educated at all.
Yeah, this dude is on one. Yeah, the kids with disabilities just not have any school at all. Every state's going to be like, nah. The federal Department of Education is gone. Sorry, Jimmy. You're not welcome anymore. What are you even talking about, bro? That's like saying if the federal Department of Fire was abolished, that there'd just be no fire departments. Like, people are like, no, there's no federal department. We can't put out the fires, guys. You think people don't have any agency over their own neighborhoods, over their own kids? You think towns and cities and townships and states, they just don't care about the kids at all? And with the absence of a federal Department of Education, they're just like, what do we do? Just send them into the field. Yeah, they got a little worked up. Maybe federal Department of Fire wasn't my best analogy. But the point is that without some top-down authority at the state level or the federal level or whatever else, people would figure it out for themselves. That's how it always was. People are not just going to let their own city burn down. And if you were to get rid of every fire department in America, the people, the cities, the towns, the neighborhoods, they would get together and they would make their own fire department. They're not just going to be like, no, people are smart. But not Mr.
And every person in the public school system will suffer. The teachers and most of all the kids.
The funniest part about this is that, in fact, the opposite is true. Go figure. The kids and the teachers would thrive the most. Every state in America has a Department of Education. Every single state. And those departments of education collects tax revenue, property taxes, and all the rest, all throughout their states to finance and manage the education of the students in that state. Because having well-educated children and having good schools for children entices people to move to that state, to start businesses in that state, to buy property in that state. It makes that state thrive. The incentive structure for them to have good education is baked into the cake. And without a federal bureaucracy where they take their money and send it up there and then get a fraction of it back along with a bunch of red tape and a bunch of gobbledygook, they would be hyper efficient and the money would be kept at the state level. It's like, think of it like a corporation. It's just like, if you have a boss and your boss has a boss and your boss has a boss and that boss has a boss that has another boss, it takes so long and things get gummed up in the process. It has to go all the way up the chain and all the way back down the chain, making things inefficient, slow, and wasting money along the way. And that's exactly what happens in the Department of Education federally. It's a big waste of money and it's financed by the states. So all that money would be kept at the state level and reinvested. And those states, as they would naturally anyways, will compete to who has the best state with the best educated kids. They're incentivized to do that.
This makes no damn sense. It's nasty. And why are they doing it? Why are they doing all these things, including ending the Department of Education? One reason only.
To make the government more efficient for the benefit of the children.
We're going to fight this tooth and nail because it hurts school kids, the last people we should hurt.
You shouldn't hurt them at all. Not even last. We're going to fight this by making Instagram videos. Excellent. You're a mean one. Mr. Burns. Tooth and nail, man. Why do you wear your glasses down there? Just don't wear the glasses.